Alright, going live again for the third time tonight. I'm sure that won't hurt anything. Okay, I think I am live. So now let's make sure I don't have music playing. All right. All right, I'm at least getting 720 from my phone. I'm hoping we eventually get to 1440p or 1080. Is my phone going to give me any of that? All right. So that's working at least. And is my GPU hurting? I don't think. My GPU is not hurting, so 1440p is probably the way to go then. We'll verify one more time on Twitch. Add myself as a viewer, make sure I can hear music. All right, cool. All right, I am live. I am live on both, coming to you from the place I live. Hello, what is up, YouTube? What is up, Twitch? It's nice to see all of you smiling faces with me here today. Let's do some programming, huh? What do you think? Actually, what do you think? Is anyone who's watching, do you program? Yes? No? Maybe? You don't know? Should I repeat the question? Or do you think you're not the boss anymore? I wanted to make sure that Docker. That's right. I need to get Docker installed yet again. So I'm gonna install Docker install Ubuntu. I'm even though I'm on Linux, I still want Docker so I can do all my software development as in a self-contained environment. So when I start installing a bunch of tools and libraries, they don't get intermingled with anything else I work with. Is this for Ubuntu? All right, so Ubuntu. Can I keep this always on top? Yeah, okay. So Ubuntu, I want to copy this. You know, is there a way in Linux where I can do Control-C, Control-V for copy and paste? I'm so used to that with the Windows terminal. And it's such a bad habit that I'm struggling to break. So now I'm going to just force Linux to do it my way. Ubuntu terminal, copy and paste via Control-C. I understand Control-C is used to like kill processes. Control-C is reserved for interrupting processes. To copy and paste, Control-Shift-C to copy text, Control-Shift-V to paste. Oh. I wonder if I can make that habit. Control-Shift-V. Oh, look at that. All right, I'm okay with this. I can do that. That I can work with. And nothing was found because I've never installed Docker on this computer. So now I need to set up the apt repo. Sure, I'll just copy the whole thing. All right, Control-Shift-V now. Boom. And let's watch it do its thing. Yeah, I don't even have curl installed. That's funny. What's up, my YouTube viewer? Assuming that's not me. Hope your day is going well. I am actively working towards getting a dev environment up and running for my open source C++ project that I want to work on this evening. All of this was been due to getting a whole streaming setup going that works well. because I have been just kind of working off my own personal computer, which there's always a risk of accidentally leaking personal information I don't want to leak. What am I doing? Sudo apt upgrade. Why did it tell me to do that then? App list upgradable. 2 packages to be upgraded, so I did, and it said no. Not upgrading yet due to phasing. Okay. I don't know what that means. Anyway, continuing on. Install the Docker packages, so I'm going to copy this. Oh, I did it again. Dang it. Let's try that again. Control-Shift-V. Boom. I've been using Ubuntu since I was a kid, and I never knew about Control-Shift-V until today. To be fair, as a kid, though, I was more interested in getting graphical Windows environments up and running. There used to be this whole desktop switching app you could get installed, where every time you switch a desktop, it would be this 3D cube that would rotate. When I got that set up, I thought I was the coolest kid on the planet. Let's see here. I just installed that. So now we need to make sure Docker services install automatically. To verify Docker is running, use sudo systemctl status docker. That looks like it's running to me. And then let's see if we can get hello world going. Sudo docker run hello world. Wait for it. Wait for it. We have hello world. All right. So I think that was the only piece of the puzzle I needed to get dev containers going. So let's try it. Ooh, I might have to add myself to the Docker group. I might have to create a Docker group, add myself to the group, and restart my Linux box. We'll see. We'll try. Yeah, it's not even showing up here. Want to install recommended extension from Microsoft? Geekulum? What is Geekulum? What? Oh, it's my Godot tools. I totally knew that. Right. So I know I need to do this because I can't just do like Docker run hello world. Permission denied. Yeah, so I do I can accept that I always have to invoke Docker with sudo, but that's not going to play nice with VS Code, so I do need to get my username added into the Docker group. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know it's going to be like something like new group -ag Docker, something like that. So I'm just going to look it up real quick. Let's see here. I might already add Docker group and add user to Docker group. I was kind of close. So it's sudo group group add Docker. The Docker group already exists. Okay. So then I need to add the user to it. User mod -ag. See, told you I was close. I got the -ag part right. User. And then if I type groups, I see my name. I don't see the Docker group. Oh, this might be where I have to restart. You need to log out and back in or run new group Docker. Oh, hey, there. See, I knew there was a new group. All right, now if I do groups, Docker shows up. Now I should be able to do Docker run hello world and booyakasha. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. We have Docker running, so now I should be able to open up VS Code again. And be able to open this in a dev container. I hope. Oh, I don't have the extension. That's why. Current user does not have permission to run Docker. I might still have to restart. Okay, let's, I'm gonna restart my computer here. Restart. Yes. But that's okay because I'm in a VM. So, what I haven't figured out how to do is automatically switch my desktop slash camera view to just me anytime I have a manual process for me right now because I haven't figured this out yet. Oh, and then I'm back. So now I should be able to go, bam! Look at that. All right, let's see if that did the trick. I hope. Reopening in container. That looks promising. Something's happening. Wait, did it already run? Surely it needed to do more than that. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Brett. I did video recordings of this, and I also noticed it was only in the left channel. I thought that was just how voice audio worked. How is my voice audio though? I got a new microphone, a new XLR audio interface. Am I coming in crisp and clear? I hope. Just only in your left ear. All right. Let me. I figured out a plan to share everything too. I have a full screen virtual machine to do all my stuff in, so I don't like accidentally leak personal information. And then I should be able to like tab and swap between different virtual machines. OBS is only doing audio in the left ear. Uh, um, all right, let me just pull this out of my off the top of my head for the answer. OBS is only putting my mic audio into one ear. It's possible that I disabled a bunch of other tracks that might have had that. Find your mic, click the gear icon, advanced audio properties, look for your mic row, make sure mono is checked. See, I already beat you to it. I already beat you to it. Click the gear icon and the audio mixer. Find your mic. Gear icon. Find my mic. Make sure mono is that properties? In the audio mixer. Options? Uh, I'm in the audio mixer. I click the gear icon, but there's no. Oh, how do I sound now? How do I sound now? Am I coming in loud and clear in both your ears? Oh, heck yeah. All right, I'm actually curious. I got to hear it myself. All right. Except I'll do it on Twitch. See what oh, you're on Twitch. I'll do it on YouTube. I already almost got in trouble with YouTube. I accidentally had the YouTube video audio output set to with music, and YouTube immediately was like, "What the hell do you think you're doing? This is not the way that we do live streaming." All right, all right. I am speaking. I hear it from that ear, and I hear it from that ear. Okay, cool, sweet. Okay. Hope you weren't here to watch me do any Briarthorn because I think I was going to hop over to my other C++ project. Have you seen the SMS changes I made for Briarthorn? Let's see here. I didn't know. I think I was doing mono with my audio last time. Oh, you can't even run main? You left? Wait. I did not get a notification from you on anything. Um, what is this? Where did you leave me? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong channel. Is main running for you? I'm getting weird errors in type database about not knowing what type is. Also, my editor is slow. It's barely usable now. Oh no. Did you clear your Godot cache? Let me see. Well, I'm in the process of getting this set up now, at least on Linux. So let me verify. I think that's done actually. So, and I think on Linux I use Clang release. To be fair, the work that I pushed to main a day or two ago, I actually did development on Linux instead of Windows this time around, and I wonder if I may have dorked something up. I mean, I don't. I think last night the only thing I really messed with was it last night or the night before. I only messed with like some GD script files. Ooh, I got my first cheap viewers offer. Streamboo.com. All right. Getting some dependencies built. I suppose I need to get Godot installed as well, don't I? Uh, install Godot. Hopefully this is 461 or whatever. Is it? Ooh, this is Godot 441. Will that be a problem? See, I was using a newer version of Linux called Nabara, and that actually came with Godot 461. The fact that this only comes with 441 might be an issue. Godot. I wonder why. Okay, so import. Warning: this project was edited in 4.6. Okay, cancel, abort. I'm gonna have to manually install. Sudo apt remove Godot. Yes. Let's try that again. They just give you an executable. Is that all this is? Which means I probably need to add this to the path. Let's rename this to just Godot. Um, it's been so long. That's a bash thing, I think. What is it like? Export path equals path slash dev slash Godot. Why is that red? Am I doing this wrong? Let's find out. Aha! All right. All right. So Godot's running. It's having all kinds of errors, but that's kind of expected. Is this done? This is done. Oh, now it's done. Yeah, this is done. Make sure your install target is selected. Hit build. The install target's required so that the Godot extensions get to where they need to go. All right, Brett, here we go. First try. I don't have Godot set to run. How do I do this, I guess? I didn't do it. No parse errors. Everything ran. When you say your editor's slow, like the GUI itself is slow? Let's just run it and see what happens. Check it out. Seems to be working just fine for me, and I'm in a virtual machine. Now, to be fair, I'm on Linux, right? I implemented this on Linux, so if this caused issues on Windows, I'm not tracking. But this obviously isn't set in stone. This is just, you know, have AI sketch something out to make it quick and dirty, just so I can get a better visualization on how I want to modify the data models. But something short and simple was like, hey, create a item slot for every stat that you could drop in for an upgrade of some kind. Do a little bit of drag and drop just to show the visual effect. I don't, these stores down here, I'm not 100% sure this is how I want, oh, I just lost one. How I want to do this. But you can kind of see like where you could have like missiles, ordnance, I think it says gun, but that would be like weapon ammo. Oh, this is so buggy. The errors you get the first time exist because your cache doesn't exist. So then when you close Godot and reload it, it should go away. Right? Because I don't have those errors now. Which is why in our pipelines we call Godot twice. Right? Now I don't know if that's because we're using Godot wrong, but that is our current workflow, is to run Godot twice, I'm pretty sure. One to generate the cache and then two to parse for errors. I could try and hop into my Windows VM real quick to see if, or I can just, I don't have a dev environment set up on this computer right now. It's all on my virtual machines. Ooh, wait, am I? Yeah, I'm on main. Um, and my changes got merged, right? Yep. No pull requests are open. When you go to install, do you have your install target set? I don't. Right. So at least in VS Code, you have to have your install target set. You do, and you're using MSVC release. Where do we set that? Because this is expecting. Uh-huh. Skill issue. You called it. You're smart. Yeah, this is a whole other issue. I don't know how to support both DLLs. Maybe someday when we have time we can dig into it. But I've just kind of said, hey, use release only. And then that'll do the trick. I need to get the radar cone visualized too, so we can see how these things get detected. All right, now that that is built, I want to grab my other project. Why is this taking so long? Oh. All right. Let's make sure, let's hop into a container. Linux. Dude, I don't know if you're still there and you can hear me. It hurts my heart so much that Qt now supports a single file of styling versus the nonsense we had to go through with nested directories and tons of files and all that hierarchy nonsense just to style some stuff. I my it hurts my heart so bad. But at the same time, I don't know. I am so close to saying to H with Godot because I'm also thinking like you see VS Code right now. How cool would it be for us to be able to do where is it? Color theme. No, oh man, where is it? There is a appearance. Um, oh man, I don't know, but like to be able to swap between like something like this and the high contrast mode that it has. Um, Cheer 100, Diamond 100. I don't even know what that is, sir. I don't know what you just did. You just diamonded me. You gave me a cheer. Also, like, what's a? I don't know anything about Twitch. I don't know what a BTiz is. Wait, no, is that bits? I think I've heard of bits. I don't. Can you even do that? What? I don't even know what bits are. I haven't set anything up to receive anything. I think a lot of the stuff for me to be able to do, I think I have to average 3 viewers a day or a stream for 4 streams or something like that and get 25 followers. So far, I think I am up to like a 0.4 average. I figured I'll hang on, be online here tonight for a few hours just fiddling with some code. Is this done? Can't tell. I think it's done. Okay. So for this project, I can configure. Oh, it's not done. Running container. Oh, it's not done. Why did I think it was done? Okay, yeah, it won't let you send. That makes sense. Well, I appreciate your attempt. I am not worthy of receiving anything from anyone yet. I'm trying to think where I'm at. Let me see. Uh, I need a minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. And I need 21 more followers. Oh, my cat's here to bug me. Yeah, okay. So my viewer average has gone up. When I first started, I was at about a 0.2 to a 0.3. Now I'm at to a 0.4. But I suspect it's going to be tough pulling in interested party members for watching someone do C++ and Godot because I'm probably not super entertaining to anyone just yet. Let's see here. I need to do. Let's do GCC release. I've been trying to figure out how to edit videos. It's so much work. It is so much work. I'm trying to learn how to do like how to record scenes separately, which I didn't do this time around. Because the issue I'm running into is getting a single video recording of just my app with my face in the corner kind of gets in the way of some of the stuff I'm doing. And so I need to be able to like have a recording for my camera and a recording for the desktop. Hi, Trill. Come here. I keep trying to get my cat up here to see if I can get people to hear him through the mic, which I think would be hilarious. Oh. Yeah, I did work on some filtering stuff in OBS this time around too. So I got like ambient sounds filtered out, I think. I did like a couple of things because I did like a ambient sound gate, I did a noise suppression, I did a compressor, and then I did a voice limit. So if I yell, it doesn't like blow out the mic. All right, so let's see here. I am in a state for this game engine to where I think I can at least run Pong, and Pong will work on Android, Windows, Linux, Mac. Actually, you know what? I haven't tested. I haven't tested in the browser recently. Ooh, that's a segmentation fault. Oh, I wonder if I'm using Wayland, but Raylib is designed to use X11. What is that? Is it uname? No, Echo XDG runtime maybe? Nope. What is it? XDG runtime. What is it? Maybe I can grep for it. XDG session type Wayland. How do I deal with that? Does Raylib support that? Oh no. Does Raylib support Wayland? Yes, Raylib supports Wayland, but it is generally not enabled by default and may require installing development packages. Okay, so I probably need to tell VC package to enable Wayland support for Raylib. So if we go into VC package ports and look for Raylib, element OP, QR, Raylib. Hopefully there is a Wayland option in here somewhere. Oh no. Oh no. I might have to swap over to a different library. I was using SDL3, but it got pretty complicated pretty quick because I was also trying to use a Skia backend, which is what Flutter uses and what Chrome and Android uses to do all the rendering is Skia. But it got so complicated so quick when it came to like compiling for all the different platforms that weren't supported out of the box. So Raylib might support Wayland, but at least in VC package, the option isn't there. Let me check the port file. It could also be that I just don't have Wayland installed in my dev container. And maybe Raylib would like automatically pick up the Wayland dependencies. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I'm not seeing anything here. Is there anything? Let's search the repo. How do I search the repo? GLFW has... Okay, that makes more sense. So GLFW has to have Wayland. So let me check GLFW. Maybe the flag is in there. That actually makes more sense, because Raylib's just the graphics library. A, B, C, D, F, G, 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 L, F, W. Oh, thank God. Okay, there it is. So it is a feature called Wayland that has a dependency on Wayland. So I need to turn that on. And the way you do that is something like this, I think. I know that's not quite right. It might be, is it features? Dependencies, features, audio, dependencies. Just got a basic turn radius maneuvering mechanic working with lowest stat values, and maneuver turning at high speed is painful. Oh, like being terrible at maneuvering is painful. Yeah, well, like I suspect if we can get this initial demo up and running to where we can toy with all of this, I suspect we'll find and figure out what kind of game we want to make with this. We'll figure out a way to balance all of this. But like that's the idea, right? I want there to be option trade-offs where you have to decide. We're like, hey, I'm going to be a sitting duck, but I'm going to be the tankiest sitting duck there is, and I can take all the bullets and stuff. I just won't be able to move, so you got to rely on your team to kind of keep you alive. Ooh, or maybe you're such a tank that you just sit there and drop a bunch of drones 3 degrees a second. Oh God. I actually... What project have I done this before? I think that's in my GitLab repo. Okay, it's features with an array. So that's what I need to do. Features, Wayland. So how do I just say we're always using Wayland now? Why is it not like this? Raylib does not have required feature Wayland needed by Awen. Oh, that's right. It's not Raylib. It's I keep screwing that up. It's GLFW. GLFW does not exist. I am terrible at this game. 3, GLFW 3. There we go. All right, so here we go. The dev container does not have Wayland installed, would be my guess. Yep, failed to find Wayland scanner. So what all do I need to install to make this work? Sudo apt install. Is it just Wayland scanner? Isn't there like a lib Wayland? Unable to locate. Let's try lib Wayland dev. Okay. App search Wayland. Lib Wayland client. That doesn't seem right. Does this tell me what I need? No. All right, viewers. How do I install Wayland development dependencies? Ubuntu Wayland development dependencies for GLFW. Apt update, apt install, lib Wayland dev. Did I not try that? Am I crazy? Oh, I didn't do an apt update. Gotta load those repos. There we go. Okay, so I probably need to get that added to my dev container then. Linux. Lib Wayland dev. Okay, let's try this again. See, we want GLFW to build with Wayland. Failed again. All right, see if we get a different error. Oh boy, checking for modules Wayland client greater than 0.27. Error, XBC common was not found. That makes sense. That makes sense. I just honestly thought this container already had it. Apt install lib xkb common dev. Apparently it doesn't. So we want to make sure that gets into our dev container as well. Gosh darn it. I need to get used to doing Control-Shift-C to do a copy and a Control-Shift-V to do a paste. Control-Shift-V. There we go. Okay. So XKB is installed, so now let's try and build a GLFW again with CMake configure. Something's happening. If I can get this to work, I'm going to make sure I can still run this in the web browser. Okay, so everything configured, dependencies built. So I'm going to build the project. That built, and it installed into GCC release installed bin Awen. So let's see if we can run it. Oh, I mean, it works. Everyone agree? I think something I'm noticing, and I've noticed this in the past when I've tried to use Wayland with Qt actually, is I don't have a window title or like anything. And I think like technically with Wayland, it's kind of on you to draw your title bar, your close, maximize, minimize buttons. It's like it's just purely on you. And so I think, now I don't know if GLFW provides that support. I hope it does. But I might need to get another library that handles drawing window titles for Wayland. I'm going to have to Google and figure that out. Because I'm really, I'm not looking forward to having to render my own window title. I just kind of want this to work. I'm also noticing that this didn't resize. And again, this is probably a Wayland issue. It does resize. It just... I don't know why it doesn't resize to the full screen. You know what? This is why AI exists. I don't have to look this up anymore. AI can do it for me. Okay, so let's see if AI can provide a solution here that I would like and not just be like, hey, I'm going to draw a title for you. So I want to ask, I guess, hey, I just got done implementing Pong with Raylib and GLFW3 using Wayland backend. I noticed the title bar has nothing on it. No title, no no minimize, maximize, etc. I also noticed, maybe we let it solve one thing at a time. So we're saying, hey, no title bar, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, of course, because you're using Wayland. But I'm hoping it'd be like, oh, you just need to use this library, or you just need to turn this flag on. So looking at the relevant window graphics code to understand the current setup. Okay. Don't tell me there's stuff wrong with my code. My code's pristine. I mean, my code is, but if AI wrote the code, then it's not my fault. It's AI's fault. And if I got the code review wrong, it's not my fault. The AI code review got it wrong. I don't know what the song is, but beware of the Jabberwocky. All right, it's reading. AI is reading my GLF version with the Wayland feature enabled. The root cause is on Wayland, window decoration, title bar, etc. Yeah, so this is kind of what I knew was going to happen. And it does look like there might be a library that handles it for us, but the question is, can I easily get that integrated with the current solution? All right, yeah, so this is a well-known Wayland limitation. Here's what's happening and why. On Wayland, the core protocol has no mechanism for the compositor to draw window decorations. Decorations such as title bar, min, max, close buttons require one of two things. Client-side decoration, CSD, via libdecor. Okay, so I did know there was a library. I forgot what it was called. Libdecor. The app draws its own title bar. Server-side decoration, SSD, via the XDG top-level decoration version 1 protocol. I have no idea. The compositor provides them. KDE Plasma supports this. GNOME does not. I'm on GNOME currently. Your GLFW3 VC package port only passes build Wayland on. It does not pull in or enable libdecor. And if neither CSD nor SSD is available, GLFW simply presents a borderless decorationless window. Oh boy. Okay, so option 1, install libdecor and rebuild proper fix. Install the system library and let VC package rebuild against it. Oh, then wipe and rebuild GLF. Okay. Okay, well, that should be easy. Let's try that first. We'll see if AI got it right. So that means I need to do an apt install libdecor. Is it just libdecor, or would it not be like dev for development files? Libdecor-0 dev, I guess. No? Yeah? Yeah. Interesting. Libdecor depends on libjpeg, so that kind of tells you that it uses JPEG to render your min, max, and close icons. Okay, so libdecor is installed. So I need to force VC package to rebuild GLFW3. So one way to do that is we need to basically remove Raylib and GLFW and save the JSON file, which will immediately cause VC package to uninstall. It's okay if it crashes or not crash, but fails. So we removed our packages. So then I also want to make sure that I don't have any like local cached VC package dependencies. So that's going to be usually in like a .cache folder, question mark? Except I'm in a dev container, so where do cached files go in a dev container? It might still be in home. What's in workspace? Okay, it might. Oh my gosh, where do we? This is awkward. I actually don't know the answer to this. Anyone watching know? Help! Someone Google stat. I used to know this. How is it not in my workspace? Bash RC. I have to Google. Going to have to Google. In a VS Code dev container using VC package, where is VC package caching its binaries? Did I not do that? Oh, that's awkward. So what is that? Slash root. For those who weren't aware, slash root is your home directory. Okay, so anyway, inside here, there should be a .cache folder with a VC package directory. And if we look in here, we'll have archives. That's what we want to get rid of. So we'll remove that. We'll go back to our workspace. Okay, so with that cleared out, with GLFW removed, I'm also going to get rid of the build trees, downloads, and packages, because those are all the stuff that VC package downloads and builds. And then I'll put this stuff back. And if this works, then when GLFW goes to build, it will see that libdecor exists and will provide a solution to rendering a title bar, assuming it's all set up to actually do that. But I feel like I have tried this before and have had issues in the past. Fall back to X Wayland, quickest workaround. Unset Wayland display before running your binary to force GLFW to use X11 X Wayland backend. Hey Trill, what are you doing? You waiting for me? You waiting for me? Okay, installing 11 of 11. So once that gets installed, we should be able to run Pong again and verify. If this stuff does work, I do want to make sure I install libdecor. Okay. So we build. It built, it installed to this location. So let's try and run it again. Moment of truth. Fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed, please. 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 We have a title bar. Look, we got a title bar. Oh my gosh. We have a title bar, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we still got an issue we got to fix, but that's okay. We have a title bar. Heck yeah. Okay. So as for why we aren't resizing correctly, I can only guess because this was working on X11 platforms and on Windows. All this has to get cleaned up anyway, because this isn't really well written. That's the downside to using AI. If you're not careful and you just let it go ham, it will just go ham. Like all this stuff is there's nothing wrong with this. It's just kind of verbose. You know, we can clean this up with better APIs, which was where I'm heading with this. But I did want to make sure it actually rendered. So what I'm gonna do actually is just hop into AI again and be like, hey, with the Wayland implementation, I noticed the Pong rendering doesn't take up the full width of the display, the full width and height of the display. Now let's just see what it does. Because then once it makes a change, we can come over here into the Git diff and just see what it changed and see if it makes sense. Current setup. Let's see. They'll investigate based on the code I've reviewed. Here's what I can tell you: raylib for rendering, GLFW for the window, a fixed initial window size. Oh, you know what else might be happening? I'm scaling my output to 200% because I'm on a 4K monitor. Oh, actually, this might have just called it out. DPI scaling mismatch. What to investigate? I just remembered. I am on a 4K display and I have increased the scale, the UI scale to 200%. That might be what's happening. And so I'm honestly not sure how we would. The fix is to enable the high DPI flag when creating the engine. This should make Pong render at the full width and height of a 4K display with 200% scaling applied correctly. High DPI flag. Can you add the option? Actually, do I have that option? I might already have it. High DPI. Okay, so I don't need it. So where do we create the window? Config flag resizable. So we should be able to do config flag high DPI. And if we compile that, run it again. Oh, there we go. All right, we're back in business. Heck yeah. I can hit spacebar to gain control of the right side of the screen so I can win against the bot. Oh, look at that, I won. All right, cool. Okay, so this got this working for Wayland. That's good. I don't know what the implications are of this if we try to rerun this on a X11 display, such as Windows Subsystem for Linux and Ubuntu. That's a future me problem. So I'm gonna. I guess the other thing I need to make sure real quick is the changes to the Docker file actually stick. So I'm going to reopen the container locally. Docker image is. I want to remove Docker image, remove. I have no idea if this is how that works. Unable to delete, must be for image is being used by stopped container. Must be forced. Okay, remove dash F. All right, cool. So let's reopen this in a container again. Linux. What? How did it needed to be rebuilt? All right, there we go. All right, while we watch, while we wait to wait for the paint to dry, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Make sure my cat needs or gets the food he needs. Be right back. Come on, Trill. Come on. All right, I am back. Brett, are you still there? That's not you, right? I think that's the I don't know what that single viewer is. It always pops up. I don't think it was me. It might be me. Viewers. What? I might be all by myself. Doesn't matter. I'm here to make progress. Ooh, I lost my. The title bar didn't install correctly again. Dang it. Dag nabbit. Well, live decor was installed. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna stress about it right now. This is on main. I guess I can push this up. Add fix for Wayland based operating systems, I guess. Make sure you configure user.name, user.email, and get. Oh, man. How does this work? Commit. I don't want to have to run this every time, though. Oh, maybe I read that wrong. Okay, so that's pushed up. So now I want to make sure that the WebAssembly stuff still works, which means I need to go into a different container. Reopen in container, WASM. How's my GPU doing? 70%? What happens if I start to record? Is it just gonna die on me? All right, if my stream chokes, I mean, I don't think anyone's watching right now, but if my stream chokes, it's because I tried to record. Boom. All right, we are now recording. Oh, nope, I'm stopping. I'm stopping. It pegged to 100% immediately. Hopefully, I didn't kill my streams. I'm thinking that restream kind of worked the best for me. It just didn't let me modify the audio. I'm Googling right now. If anyone happens to come by, I'm just trying to, still learning about streaming. So I was trying to read a little bit more on multi-streaming. Let's see here. I'm in the WebAssembly. So then in CMake, I need to make sure I run VC package bootstrap. Actually, probably not, because I'm still on Linux. Yeah, I didn't have to do that. But here, I do want to build for WebAssembly. Release. It immediately failed. What? GLFW3 Wayland is only supported on Linux, which does not match. Oh, whoops. That's gonna crash or fail the pipelines. Um, Add the Wayland feature in vcpackage.json for Linux only. Okay. So we'll do GLFW3 normally, except on Linux, we will add the Wayland feature. So that should solve the issue with trying to configure this for WebAssembly. All right, there we go. Then we'll compile. Cool. Then we'll hop into the install directory for WebAssembly. Uh-oh. There should have been a web folder here. Wonder why that didn't work. I screwed something up. Let's see. App. I don't have the HTML suffix defined in here anymore, which is probably a problem. Yep, I'm not seeing it. It's like a set target property. My install target is no longer generating in HTML. I don't even see the, or maybe it is. Hang on. WebAssembly app. So there's the WASM. Yeah. My install target is no longer generating HTML like it used to. I suspect the missing target property for Awen. I also had a way to install all of the WebAssembly files into a installed slash web folder that no longer exists. Oh, sweet. It found where I made this, where I did this implementation in my Git history, and now is going to pull from it to put the implementation back. Trying to figure out how to. All right. This is me talking again just to figure out the volume levels. Does this sound unbearable with the music playing? I think you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. All right. I'm always worried this is too loud. Know what I mean? You know what I mean. I wonder how much CPU I'm using while all of this is going down. Not much. I wonder if I can set my stream to software encode. Settings, output, recording. Can I not mess with any of this right now? There we go. Okay. So now I should be able to do a Python -m http.server 8080 and then open it in a browser, go to the index, full screen it, and play Pong. But I can't. Nothing's showing. I wonder if it's because the high DPI setting. So let's go back to main. Main. Sure, why not? High DPI. So I wonder. That's gonna be annoying. All right, try this again. Nothing. Nothing is rendering. Why is nothing rendering? Is there a way to debug this? All right, I will. I'll put the man. I guess I'll leave the high DPI out for now. Let's copy it. Comment it out. Try it without it. And trying to run my app as a web page via WebAssembly, and it no longer renders Pong. I can access the site, but I don't see anything being rendered. I know this used to work, so I wonder what I screwed up. Fade away. The abstraction layer has no browser-specific main loop handling at all. It will use a blocking. Oh, that's right. I wanted Asyncify turned on. Am I not doing that now? Oh man, this is complicated. I thought there was, yeah, right here. I need I want to make sure Asyncify is enabled. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do I have to do it here? Can I do it in the graphics library? Kind of want to do it here. Target link options public. You know what? I'm going to try that first. Kind of hoping if I can just do it in one spot, that would be ideal. Oh, 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 come on, work, please, work, dang you. Keyboard interrupt received exiting. Oh, no. Just says preparing. Did I screw up? Or does this just take a sec? Ooh, maybe it's not playing nice with Firefox. Brother wants to grab my Miata when I go on vacation, and I think that is okay. Absolutely, I'm leaving. Absolutely, I'm leaving. Let's see. You can come grab it, or you can grab it. You can grab it. If you want to grab it before then, I come back. I come back. My brother wants my Miata. He's craving a manual driving experience. So I figured I could let him. All right, this doesn't appear to be doing anything. Oh, there it goes. Oh my god. We've got Pong in the browser again. Okay, so that is fixed. What a pain. I wonder if there's a way to test that. Okay, so I don't need this. We need this. We need this. Oh, I wanted to try it with. Okay, so it worked with without high DPI. Let's turn high DPI back on. See what it does. Open in the browser. Run it. All right. No, it's still good. We're still good. I'll need to come up with a better HTML page at some point. Ooh, I need an Awen HTML page. Yeah, let's fix that. I could probably do that real quick. I don't like the Emscripten index.html page. Can we make one that is more on theme with Awen? I'll just say that. I don't know if AI will know anything what I mean by Awen, but we'll see what it can do. YouTube viewer, are you actually a viewer? Or is that like a cached view of me? I wish I knew. Are you just being silent? A simple hi would mean a lot. Please. I've been keeping up with the Ludwig and Michael Reeves adventures in China, and it's been it's been pretty fantastic. Oh man. And then software. It's got to just be me, right? Because when I watch, okay, it does say zero top or no zero messages. It says one watching. So is that me? That's got to be me, right? So if I stay watching, does my viewer number go up? Just be me, right? Mute. How do I mute? Okay, it does say zero. Well, I don't see a way to mute, so I'm just gonna turn my phone down. Build install with CMake tool section. I don't even know what it's trying to do right now. Shell.html. Ooh. Where's it putting that? An app almond? That makes sense. Yeah, I'm still at one viewer, so I guess this is just me. Verified the flag is present in Ninja, so the issue is likely the option form. I'm switching to the setting style shell file, which is more reliable with recent Emscripten toolchains. Then rebuilding to confirm your custom page is used. Is that it? All right. Done. I replaced the stock and scriptum page with a custom Awen themed shell and wired it into your WASM target. What changed? Shell.html. Rebuilt installs. Important note: browser caching can keep showing the old page. Do a hard refresh on your local server. Control Shift R to rebuild. Okay. All right. So we build. We run. We open the browser. Oh, look at that! Oh, that is so cool! Oh my gosh! Look at this! Look at it! This is amazing. Can I start serving this app? I might be able to start serving this on my website. Oh, it's so slow, I guess. Does the background have a grid? Interesting. This is so cool. Man, I am terrible at Pong. Oh, yeah, I am terrible at Pong. All right, I like it. Can't. All right, I wonder. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, but now I wonder if I can make the Awen banner the background. Can we make the Awen banner the background of the site and theme it based on the colors from the banner? This will be interesting because it would have to read. I assume it would have to read the pixels in the PNG file to try and get a general idea of what colors it uses. And not only that, if it just took like like a simple average or something, I'm out of AI bits. If it took like a simple average or something like that, um, it would have to. No, taking an average wouldn't work because it like you're just gonna end up with gray. Let's see here. I don't. I need to get into my authenticator app. Um, might have to upgrade my. Oh no, I haven't. I don't know why this is struggling. Failed your request. All right, I'm gonna try a different. I'm gonna try Opus. Try again. Okay, maybe it can handle it. I might have to end stream soon so I can get some video editing done. We'll see how much progress I make here. Not that I have any video to record. I'll get this figured out eventually. Okay, I think some of these colors exist in the Awen banner. This will be interesting. Oh, do I still have... Whoops. Alright, we'll see what happens. Please look cool. Look at that. I wonder... Can I make my Pong background transparent? Alright, I gotta try. That's so cool. Let's see here. Where am I? VS Code. How do I even begin to do this? First step, see if a clear color of... Gosh, there's just... Is that actually gonna work? Where do I do that? Engine set clear color, black. Can I define my other... I think I can define my own color, right? Color dot 00. That's not gonna work. Color dot RGBA 0 to 255 dot RGBA dot R equals dot G equals dot A equals nope dot B equals 0 dot A equals 255, except I want this to be like 120, I guess, equals 120. Take me down to the fighting end. Wash the ocean off my skin. Tell me how to be whole again. That is... Oh, that's so cool. I mean, nothing else is rendering. Oh, we're so close. Okay. So why space toggle? Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're almost there. Okay. So I need... I'm going to ask AI, see what it thinks. I'm trying to implement a clear, a transparent background for the app so that I can see the banner behind it. When I do this by setting the clear color alpha to 120, this works. The issue is I can no longer see anything else being rendered. Let's see what the old AI is doing here. to see, for you to see. Do 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 do. Hmm. If this is somehow causing the shader engine to drop pixels due to some kind of transparency level. Oh, that now it's saying WebGL handles things a little differently, which might be true. A crack in this castle of mine. Hmm. This will be interesting to see how this pans out. I'm curious. Hmm. Hmm. A restaurant under the sea. Interesting. Hmm. Oh no, the AI is struggling to figure out what's going on. That kind of sucks. Wonder why that wasn't working. What is that called? DSL, DSP, DSP builder. It's DSL, DSP. It's a DSL builder? CXX code builder. That's not what I want. Gives you the simple Ruby API. Creating a custom DSL using C++. What is DSL? Dynamic script. If you already have the DSL, if you already have the code, I recommend you either interpret or runtime, perhaps transpile CSS. What is that? What is DSL in programming? The dynamic scripting language? Domain specific language. Declarative scripting language or CPP. Declarative programming overrated. Oh my god, this thing is taking forever. Hmm, interesting. Come on, dude. I'm about to start playing some video games while I program. Wonder how I would set a stream up for that. So I could always alt tab, knock out a game of Rocket League, alt tab. I should probably install. Do I even have Steam installed on this computer? I don't. Okay, so let me. In case I want that option, let's see, Rocket League. No, Steam powered. Install Steam. Download. Feel like I could be knocking out multiple birds with this stone here. Oh, I need that's I was like, how does the QR code work if I'm not even signed into Steam? T2J4P. Is this fixing a bug in Raylib? Or a bug caused by Raylib? Oh, hi, Trill. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Hmm? Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you biting me? Ow! No. We're not doing this. Let go of me. Little twerp. Use GL blend func separate so the RGB channels blend normally while the alpha channel uses the correct factors for pre-multiplied alpha compositing. I would never have. I don't know about never, but this would have taken a long time for me to track down. We'll see if that actually does anything. So this is messing with. Use separate blend factors so that the alpha channel composites correctly on transparent WebGL canvases. RGB standard source alpha blending for correct visuals. Wow, if it actually figured this out. Let's see here. Launch the web server, open in a browser, pop it up. Nah, runtime error, check browser console. I don't know how to do that in Firefox. Inspect. Here we go. So where's the runtime error? Console. Uncaught syntax, missing. This didn't render anything. This didn't seem to do anything, but it did cause an error. What is this music? This sounds awesome. Promise Reprise from Silent Hill 2. Freaking rock. What are you doing, dude? I think my cat wants me to give something here. I'm going to have the AI enable auto approve, enable, so that I can just go. There it is. The canvas context is created with alpha false by default, and the GLFW hint controls it. All right, I'm gonna see what my cat wants. Be right back. No one leave me. Ridiculous. My cat is ridiculous. He just needed me to walk him to the food. Dang. That's someone who can sing. Holy moly. Let's see, is Rocket League done installing? No. That's taking forever. How much bandwidth is my... Oh, wait. Yeah, how much bandwidth is my network using? I'm only doing 23 megabits sent, 266 megabits down. Should be going faster than that. What? I did a speed test. What is going on? Run speed test. I'm only getting 600 down right now. What? Paid for a gigabit. Darn it. My interwebs. Oh, AI died. AI is dying for this. Just so I can get a transparent Pong game going. What are you doing, cat? I don't understand what you want, dude. Come here. Come on. Come on. Drill. He's just flopping and rolling. Simplest survival approach, add a small JavaScript snippet in the shell that patches the canvas to inject pre-multiplied alpha false. This is well established in scripting pattern. Let me also revert the blend mode. Okay. I would prefer doing scripting specific changes here if that's the solution. Now add a script before GLFW creates the context that patches. Get context to inject. So it creates a JavaScript function, HTML canvas element prototype, get context, and sets a function to it. Oh, so we're wrapping the get context call? If the type is WebGL or 2, we assign the pre-multiplied alpha attribute original get context dot call. Okay, yeah, I see what we're doing. We're kind of cheating here. We're bypassing. We'll see if that works. This will be interesting. This would be so cool if this works. All right. Moment of truth, I guess. Build the project. It built. All the web files were installed into the web folder. We are in the web folder, so let's just run our little Python web server. Open in a browser. Go into the index, and we have Pong. This is so cool. And we have Pong running in a browser coded in C++. I lost. Of course. Oh, that didn't work. What? Oh, wait a minute. I bet I need to. Let's see. Localhost. Yeah, it's not working. Why is that not working? All right. This is cool. I think I want to put this on our website. So if you go to my website, funensoftware.com, how do I want to do that? don't know. So freaking cool. Gosh, that is so cool. Okay. Let me commit these changes at least. Wonder what impact. I'll worry about later. Working on a browser with the Awen banner and transparent background. I'll need to come up with a solution to install assets versus just doing slash banner. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. See, is Rocket League installed yet? Dang it. No. Still going. Okay. Well, now now that I know all of that's working, I think the next step is to try and clean up some of this API. I still don't know what a transparent clear color does to a normal window. Does it clear it? Container. Did I not just do this? Yeah. There we go. Hmm. Hmm. What in the world? What is... I didn't add that. Is this what happens when you do transparent clear? This is kind of cool. What? Hmm. That's kind of cool. All right. All right. Let's clean up this API. I've had enough fun. I want to turn this into a real thing. Okay. So I don't know if entity component system is the way to go. And if it is, what the best approach is, you know? Because we could do an API. God, look at this. This is so much code. Why is there so much code? We add a child rectangle node. We set the size. We set a color. We could technically copy the color or copy the node. Set up the scores, set up the hints. But we have so much code up here because we're doing physics, so we're doing a motion physics system. Now, is this an actual physics system where you give it an acceleration? Hmm. All right, so we have our engine. A scene could be the level, right? And maybe you pass the engine in. This is kind of how it was doing it, right? I don't really like this style API. This is too much. I like that a little better. And this would be all graphics, right? I don't like this. This needs to be like engine.run. So you have engine.onEvent. So what do you do if you wanted physics? Oh, I see what it's trying to do. You set the velocity for your node. Wouldn't you need a size, or do you just use the child size? What do you want, Trill? Hmm? Oh my gosh, what? What are you doing? Hmm? What's up? Let's see here. So you could do like physics dot, yeah, set bounds, set bounds. So this would basically be like adding a node to your child. This would almost be the same as, but this would just reference like the child's node ID or something, which would be useful if you wanted to do like physics. Yeah, physics dot on collision. Because physics dot on collision, it gives you two entities, but I'm not really doing it. It would give you the nodes that reference. So, and this is wrong. We need auto. So this would be like physics dot add entity. So this is wrong. Then this would become child physics. I don't care about that. We don't need to do that right now. All right. So now, if you need physics, you add your physics system. You add a physics body, right? You add a body. Child body. Yep. Right? And this would all be like public API stuff. Under the hood, it might still be Box 2D doing the physics. Problem I don't like. So this would be a paddle. This would be a ball. So this is like, hey, we need a window for our scene. Does the physics object need the scene? I don't think it does. It needs the engine. A scene is essentially a level, right? So you could have multiple levels. Oh, I see. That's why the physics could belong to a scene. So if you unload a scene, you unload the physics for that scene. That way, if you, I mean, it's user's choice, right? But you could have multiple levels or just use one single level. And if you're using one single level, just run the physics for everything you do in that one level. It's kind of dealer's choice, and then you can have a child be your load leveler, but your level loader. Um, so you have a scene. You attach a physics to that scene. You have a root scene node, and the root is where we're adding our children to. So we have a paddle, a ball, the ball body. Well, that's not right. This could just be ball.size, right? Ball.radius, ball.getRadius, 0, 0. Is it radius times 2? Ball.getRadius, yeah, times 2. Come on. Keep going. I need you, AI. There you go. All right. So top left is 0, 0 with a width and a height of radius. Now this could get complex. So this assumes an axis aligned. But we could also do like ball body dot add shape, circle shape for physics. So we could do that instead. What are you doing, dude? So then for the paddle, I want to rename this body ball. And I want to rename this node ball. right? This becomes body paddle, add shape, rectangle shape, paddle get size. That makes sense, right? I don't know if add shape template makes sense or not. We'll get there. So we have an engine. Engine controls timing, main loop. You could also manage it yourself. So you could do engine.run, or you could get access to all the different phases. You could have multiple scenes. So how do you know which scene you want to process? So you do, okay, so is it on you then to choose which scene to load? Should it be that manual? I don't know if I like that. So a scene lies dormant, not being ran until you pass it into the engine.run. How cool would it be if you could set up multiple engines in parallel? Have one engine in charge of running the window and rendering. Do you run a scene? Or is it automatically getting ran because a scene has a window that's being ran by the engine? So physics on collision. So the engine could get active scene. So if you register collision for something that isn't loaded, does that even make sense? Seems so complicated. Or I can just say, hey, add a generic physics. So then when you add a body, you're still attaching it to the scene that's being ran, or to the, yeah, the scene that's being ran. Hmm. No, because this means doing it this way means you're expecting a window to exist. So this won't work. This has to be an engine because you should be able to have physics run by itself. If we rolled window, we can't roll window into engine. I mean, we could technically, and just have a flag to enable it, disable it, like dot window equals true, right? But I really like the idea of composing what you'd need from the engine. You need the engine. You need something to run a loop. Okay? The engine could technically give you events, even if they aren't window events. You'll still have access to, I don't know, something. Or maybe you don't. Maybe event handling is window only. So you register a window. So you could do window dot on event keyboard, etc. Then the nodes that make up the window would have access to that stuff. So that would be like, hey, root dot on event. So you could do that. You could do body paddle dot on collision. You'd get access to another entity that that it collided with specifically, or physics dot on collision to get access to physics dot on entity would get you access to two entities that collide. What does a scene get you? Do you even need a scene, or does this just become window.root? What's the difference between having a scene, a specific scene, other than be able to like render one over the other? Scenes could be loaded individually. Other than that, like, I think it's still like window on event. I guess you could, I mean, it just narrows. Because you could make a, could you do scene game? And also do scene GUI. And if I did that, then both scenes are added. So this is all node stuff, but like, okay. That's scene GUI. So maybe I want to do scoreboard, right? Scene GUI. Auto GUI root. Yeah, so AI gets it. So this would set up the score. Hmm. So maybe this creates a scene, but we don't, you don't add it until, so maybe this becomes run engine dot add scene So you had a game and a GUI. The GUI is rendered on top. I don't know. Is this not just nodes? Isn't this just a node? It's a root node. That's all we're doing. I don't think we need any of this. I don't think we need any of this. So this becomes, so instead of scene game, what we do is have auto scene game equals window dot root dot add child on scene node. Right. So we have scene game. And then if we actually needed a scene GUI, this becomes window dot root add node scene GUI. Because then you could just add and remove nodes, and that's going to be loading your scenes or not. And that way I don't need extra API and code to handle specific scene logic. Just use the node logic. So we create an engine, and we add a window to the engine. The window's where we'll create nodes. All that fun stuff. This is how you define the size, shape, color of the node. You can handle events at the engine level. I don't know. Is there non-GUI events we want to handle? It would be like timing events. Yeah, it would be like update and stuff. So I don't. On update. So you'd have that. Engine dot on. So there would be a. There would be a engine on update. There would be like a window on draw. So you would have access window dot on draw. Like you'd have access to that if you need it. What? Window on draw. You'd have access to window dot on event, such as resize. Or is it on event or yeah, it'd be on event. So this would be like window event if event dot type is resized. Yeah, there we go. All right, so window on event. Now you might have control nodes still. Control nodes would be axis aligned, like could receive GUI events. Widget nodes, I think is what I'd call them. I'd call them widgets. So you had widgets and nodes. So nodes are going to be like your 2D. They're going to have your scene transformation stuff. I would still call this on collision. So on collision, you get access to, these are bodies, I guess. Physics body. Which are, I guess, going to be opaque handles to internal logic. I don't know how I want to do this yet. Honestly, if I could make an API where you don't have to depend on pointers or anything like that, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know why this says... I know it's a lie. You're lying to me. It says I'm averaging a viewer, which seems crazy to me. Are people just constantly coming in and out of my stream? Is anyone there? Please say hello. I'm so alone. Just just say hi or something, please. Unless you are, and this the OBS thing isn't letting me see who's talking to me, which would be kind of messed up. Let's see. I entered my chat room. There's nothing there. No one there. Cool. Cool. Okay. It is getting warm in this room, but it's 37 outside. So, all right. Anyway, we have an engine. We may or may not want a graphics window. If we want a graphics window, we want graphics, which gives us the ability to draw, create nodes. But maybe we want to run the engine headless, such as if you're going to create a server or a service or something like that. You still want something to drive timing logic. So you'll create nodes, you add a node. This would be a non-pointer handler to the node, which may lead to a lot of duplicated code. I am tempted to make everything a property as well to handle like bindings and automatic like connections and updates to logic. I really have enjoyed the declarative style of programming as well, which might make this a little easier, a lot less boilerplate code you have to write. We'll see. So create a panel. I like all of this. I like all of this. Create a body paddle, which sets a velocity, a bounce. You add a shape, which is the paddle's size. Node ball. You add a circle node. Transform radius color. Create a physics body. All that makes sense. The problem is I want this to also work from like the point of scripting, which it might still. Again, this is going to be like you're going to have a scripting interface to do all of your logic, hot reloading, that kind of thing. But you might want to do C++ instead. And if so, you can have a C++ interface. Under the hood of both of these is going to be more complex APIs, memory management, a bunch of pointers being thrown around everywhere. But the public API, I want it to be pretty clean. I want to be like, hey, I want an engine. Okay, create an engine. Hey, I want a window. Okay, create a window. Hey, I want physics. Okay, create physics. Physics.addBody. All that makes sense. Now, the real question is, I think under the hood, doing something like this gives the engine access to the physics component. So then you could do like technically auto star physics pointer equals engine dot get physics. Something like that, right? I think that could work. So if you added physics, there would have to be a way to do this. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how that would work. It'd have to be some magical C++ voodoo to make this work cleanly. How would that work? This might, the only way I could see this possibly working is if maybe this becomes a function, and this function returns attach. And this function might return a physics handle. Which wraps, which under the hood at like is this basically becomes like engine.addChild physics. And where this would return like a pointer to this object, this returns a handle that owns this object. Seems overkill. Probably is, but it's like its own API almost. I'm curious because I'm going to feed this to the AI, and I'm curious what solution the AI might come up with for this. What else do we need? We have rendering, right? So at this point, we could go crazy, and we could add like a shader engine, right? Where you want to attach shaders and things like that, effects. We could make that a part of nodes or its own separate thing. Game logic itself. So technically you could build your game logic all through this and you'd be just fine. I think that's part of the problem, right? Well, no, I think I solved that because I made physics separate from graphics. Because with the Godot, everything is a node. Everything uses graphics. Physics, I don't know if that's actually true. Like you can run graphics-less nodes. What I don't know if you can do is if you can run Godot, if you can run a Godot game without a window. That's what I'm getting at. Because technically you could comment out window, comment out all your nodes, but still have physics running. And so I'm guessing if I do it this way, the physics, and this is essentially a physics system at this point, right? It owns all the memory allocated for physics processing. Which honestly isn't much different than an entity component system. So then, like, I'm thinking I like to keep data and visuals separate. So if I am going to, say, have an inventory system, that means I kind of want like a data model to manage all the data for the inventory system, and then use my nodes to update themselves based on the state of that model. So I want to be able to support that in some fashion. That might be a special node. So like something in Qt, they have something called a repeater where you can assign a data model and a delegate. So the data model is the content of whatever your model is going to be, and then the delegate will be how to render each item in that model. So that might be like, I want to render stuff in a row, like a tool belt in a survival crafting game or a MMO, you know, where you have your icons in a row for your spells or what's on your belt. Well, I might say, hey, repeat inside a row a square. Okay? And that row defines the space between the squares, but then I just say, hey, my delegate is going to be this node. So I might do something like, I'll make this a different example, I think. This will be like inventory example. Oh my god. Is this actually what I want? So yeah, well, it's doing a loop, but I want to be more like auto Um, node GUI equals, yep. And then the inventory is a child of node GUI, sure. The formatting's weird. Why is it tab, tab? There we go. Tab. Okay, so the inventory is going to be made up of a bunch of nodes. So it might have its own API, set cell size, set grid, all that makes sense, maybe. Um, because under the hood of this inventory would be like, you know what? I don't like this. Let's uh, inventory node implementation. So class inventory. So you might do something like this. Oh my god. I don't know if I... And inside here, so you have the parent node, right? This is clearly basing this off of Qt. Idea is still the same. I might say like, hey, I want a row equals parent add child widget row, right? And you see how it's like looping over this? So here I might say, hey, auto repeater equals row add child widget repeater. There you go. So now you have a repeater with an item count, an item builder with a lambda that returns the node definition of what your inventory slot will look like. Look at this. Return. There it goes. Yeah. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Let's do this. So this inventory node will be made up of these different widgets. Item builder context. What does it want that context to be? Oh, that's where you would have access to the state of the model. So right now we're doing set item count, but this really needs to be more like set model, like that. And then based on the size of your model, you'll get set delegate, right? And then for every node in here, you might do like you you might change the color, right? So maybe I do like 120, 125, 130, 140, 150. So that's our model. And then maybe we want to change our color value based on the content of our model. So this is where it would be like context dot model value, I guess. So this would handle the iteration. This lambda gets called for every item in your delegate. You get your model value, and then boom, now you're rendering something based on each element in that model. It's a lot of work. All of this is a lot of work. I'm hoping I can use AI to help me kind of sketch all this out. But the downside that I'm seeing here, at least, is it's currently requiring you return a unique pointer. And I'm wondering, that still makes our API complicated. You know? The goal is a simple API. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because you probably do have to return the pointer. Now, what you could do, maybe the build context has the parent, so you don't have to return anything. No, you do, because you're creating the node. Ooh, ooh, okay, what about this? What if it's like, you set the delegate as your node type. It's like a rectangle node. So then, auto item node is context.node. So maybe you get the node from the context and the data from the context. The thing I'm worried about, realistically, like we're still gonna have to use templates, I think. But you could do something like this, I guess. This almost becomes a factory creator pattern because set delegate is basically you registering a factory creator. I don't know. Let's I think I'm just gonna have AI take a look at this real quick, see what it thinks, see if it likes it, see if there's improvements it can make, and just see where it takes us. Because I'm not 100% sure what to do. I am gonna stage my main.cpp so if the AI decides to write anything, it won't overwrite my thoughts. And let's see what this guy can do. Let's plan. It's on auto for a 10% discount. High maximum reasoning depth. Maximum reasoning depth. Yeah, let's do Opus. I'm paying the money. Might as well use it. So yeah, let's see what we got here. I am sketching out an API design in main.cpp in some comment blocks at the toward the bottom of the file. My goals. Simple, pointer-free, public API to compose objects and define game logic. Internal implementation can be more performance focused to get around public API shortcomings. This effectively becomes the user side game API for C++. Eventually, I would want to support internal implementation can be more performance focused to get around public API shortcomings. I may want to explore properties to handle automatic update bindings via signals. Eventually, I would want to support a scripting language or DSL to provide a game API for what, like hot reloading? Hot reloading? What is that called? Is that ahead of time? Just in time? Eventually, I would want to support a scripting language. I want you to take a look at what I have sketched to and what I have described to determine if my ideas are possible. Support C++23 at a minimum, and eventually C++26 when available, when readily available. My suspicion is with C++26, we're going to be able to do whatever the hell we want because it's just insanely magical. It'll just auto-generate just about anything you need based on your classes. And I think that would actually get us everything I've ever wanted. I want you to take a look at what I've sketched and what I've described to determine if my ideas are possible. I want you to ask any questions to account for gaps. I want you to ask me any questions to account for any gaps you've discovered. Any gaps in implementation or API that you come across. I want you to take a look at what I have sketched and what I have described to determine if my ideas are possible. I want you to ask me any questions to account for any gaps in implementation or API that you come across. Then, if all is good, I want you to come up with a plan to knock all of this out. All right. I'm thinking this is going to take a minute, so I'm going to go use the bathroom. At least grab some water. I'm trying to think if I'm actually hungry. I don't think I am, but if I am, I'm also going to grab food, and then I'll be right back. Hi, Trill. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. Hey, got some more ham sandwiches that my dad made me. It's freaking awesome. Oh, it's doing something here. Okay, so what's going on? Let me start by reading the file. Now let me explore the existing engine. I've now read through your full API sketches. Let me ask some clarifying questions. Inventory node sketch uses class inheritance, but nodes are value types in pools. Which direction? Yeah, I still want. Yeah, we're composing with handles, no inheritance. I still think that makes sense. Um, I mean, my thought is we could do multi-window. I don't know if there's ever a real need for it, but that kind of was my intention behind being able to do that. This sketch shows full physics API. Include in this plan or just design the plugin pattern. Ooh, no. I don't actually need you to build the physics system. I'm just trying to figure out how we attach different like components of logic. Hmm. Hmm. I'm thinking it's bubble up because maybe the leaf node doesn't want to handle the event, and so the parent node will. So you can think of a window with a bunch of buttons. Well, you click on a button, it was within that window, but maybe the button's disabled or something. So then that event goes to its parent, which would be the window. Now you can drag it around where that button was. Hi, Trill. What are you doing? Do you want to say hi to the stream? I've I've got two viewers. What? I don't know what my cat wants. He has food. He has water. Oh, what's this? Widget row, widget repeater from inventory sketch. Part of this plan or future UI layer. Defer layout widgets. Focus on core node API and properties. Yeah, I don't really actually need the logic for layouts. Reactive properties. Node.x.bind. Auto updates via signal. All of the above. Let's see. Node.x.on change. Callback. Emit signal on change. Don't tell anyone I gave my cat a piece of ham. I don't know. Make paddle, pass in a handle, return a handle, or a wrapper class holding state. Oh, I see what it's saying. No, either is fine. Let the user decide. Did I? What did I hit? Bubble up mouse events need hit testing. How determine if a click is how determine if a click is on a node? Auto from visual data. Nodes have bounding boxes derived from their visual type. Explicit hit areas. Specialized nodes called widgets called widget will have a bounding box. Should reactive properties exist per field or per component? Ooh. Honestly, I think it would be kind of however the user defines it. I'll do per field for now. Separate widget type. Type registry. Your sketch shows windows.onDraw with a render callback. When does this fire? Ooh. After the scene draws, before frame, I would say pre and post. Peyton Parish, Rise of the Viking. Oh my god, the game has been running since I left it. What does that say? Like 554 to 667, something like that? Oh boy. All right, so step one, create a reactive property system. Pretty straightforward, especially using the signal implementation I already have. Property aware node handle depends on phase 1 and 2. Create a signal registry in scene maps node index tag to lazily created signal instances. Cleaned up when the node is freed. What? Add field tagging x, y, width, height, radius, color. So handle.x.set value writes to the pool and fires signal bind propagates. Interesting. Oh man, this is looking complicated. I think at the end of the day, the real answer is just use Qt. Be done with it. What is computed? Is that like anything inside of it changes? How do I do a... Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. How do I do a search? Can I not search inside the open in editor? Okay. Full reactive binding computed change notifications, fine grain per field. Implement computed, lazy evaluated derived value from a callable plus dependency list. Okay, yeah. So anytime any of the dependent properties change, this would get called. This also feels like I'm just trying to implement Flutter. Am I doing too much? Should I just stick to my game? I don't know if there's an audience for me building such a complex framework. This is a lot. I am going to have to think on this, so I'm going to save this. Save as prompt file? I guess. Oh, .github prompts. Okay. I might have to call it here, guys. I've been streaming for over 4 hours, and I've already gotten further than I thought I would, and done more than I didn't think I'd be able to. So I think with that, have a good night, and if anyone's actually out there, I appreciate you watching. See ya.